Alright, hey, today we're talking about bass fundamentals, so stick around. We're going to change these strings out, and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step, okay? So just stick around. If you don't know me by now, I'm Donald Witt, the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwannaplaybass.com. Jump over there, subscribe, get your free ebook on setting your bass up for success. We break this down to the nitty gritty. Today we're just going to go over your bass strings and changing them, and a couple tips on how to do that. So also subscribe here if you haven't. If you're new to this channel, subscribe here. I got lots of bass tips that come out on a daily basis pretty much, and hit the bell notification to be notified when those come out. So we're talking about the bass today, so I'm going to just show you the way that I change my strings. And then what we'll do, we'll go ahead and unhook. Sometime once a month I'll do this, but when I do it, you know, depending on how much I play, which it seems to be about once a month. A month is stretching it because these strings are dead. And if you didn't see my last video, a review of these pure blue strings the other day, so check that video out. That'll be here. And I actually did a test. I took these strings off. They were dead. I played them dead, and then I put the new strings on, and I clean these. I try to test on these to see if they notice the difference. So check that video out and as well. But today we're just talking about that. So I've already been down. I've taken this thing down and cleaned the neck and everything. So about once a month I'll do that. And if you get that free ebook, you'll see that breaks that down from adjusting your fret nut to your bridge, saddles, your pickups, your neck relief, everything. So first thing I want to do, which, you know, I do the maintenance on it about every other month. When I change the strings, you know, this will just be a simple, just changing strings. So you just take your tuning key, and on normal days I'll just do that, or on normal changes, every other change, one at a time. Because once you take them all off, when you do that down dirty, that deep cleaning, and you take them all off to clean the neck and everything, you want to do your adjustments, your setup again, because sometimes your neck relief, without all the tension, the strings pulling on your neck, once you take all those off, it'll settle back, and then you might have to adjust it again. You will most likely have to adjust it again, because it'll, you know, without the strings pulling on the neck, it'll loosen up and go another direction. Now typically I just cut these off, but I did that little demonstration, and I actually cleaned these strings. I put that's a video before, so it might be a little backwards, but that's what we did. So I take this down, I'll fold it back up, and I put it in some water, just clean it, because but you can see, you know, people, you know, they boil them, they talk about boiling them, and, you know, you can do it. It will bring it back to life for a little bit, but not much, because the strings get wore down. You know, they get dented, and if you can't really see, but I mean, I can see it, but I'm sure you're not going to see it on the camera because it's not that fine-tuned. But there's your frets will make little dents in your strings, so it's, you know, it'll flatten your string, which, you know, they call them, they flatten, your strings are flat. And not just meaning out of tune, just flat, they're dead. So there's one. I'll take that down and boil it. Make sure you get your strings right. I hope I got my wire cutters up here. Hold tight. So I'll take this bad boy, you know, and these are the Quantum Nipples. I usually use these super slinky Ernie balls, but I thought, you know, let me try something different. So I went ahead and got these bad boys. So you just feed it through the back of the bridge, which I'm sure you know how to change them. But yeah, you just take it off. Like I said, normally if I'm done with them, instead of pulling the whole string through, you just clip it. Just cut it in half, and it makes it a lot easier to pull through. So you just feed it through there, feed it through your bridge. However, some of them go right through the back of the body. But what we'll do, hopefully that doesn't go too far. So this is my G string, and you see, here's my post here. So I will cut it just a little ways past, because you don't want all that. If you got all this string on there, you've got to make sure your windings are on the post, and you want your windings above where the string comes to the post. So you're putting tension down. You're getting the angle over the fret nut. So you want to make sure that your post, your windings go down and your string, and I'll show you. But so you wouldn't want to go about 2 inches, 2.5 inches past. And I take that bad boy, take it about where I want, and I come ahead and just clip her off right there. Just fine, and put it down in that hole. Then we'll just wrap her around. Just clip her off, got about that much, so got plenty to wind around that post there. You just shove it down in the hole as far as you can get it. And just take it backwards. And you want to make sure your windings are, and I'll show you. Just crank her on up. You want the windings up and the string underneath. You want this, by the time you're done, you want the string to be entering this post from the lowest part of the post. You want a good angle over this fret nut. You know, you want tension down over the fret nut. Once we get it. So just get it tuned. You know, if you haven't seen the tuning videos, check those out, but I'm not going to get into detail. We've got this 5th fret is the same note as your open string, the string above it, okay? 5th fret, the next string is open string. So, but with this as being a dead string, it's going to be a little harder. So I like it. So far, so good. All right. So that's your G string. Go ahead and crank her down. Get rid of the D string. I'll speed this up. About 2 inches. So here's our post. Come on up here. Say boom. Hang on to that. Nothing like having that go in your foot. Just crank it down. Like I say, start from the top down. You want to go underneath your lock nut toe. Always fun. I just want to play, you know. You gotta do a little work every now and then. If this is all it takes, if it's a little bit of work, I can handle it. I think you can too. So yeah, you don't have to worry too much when you got your lock nut. You just keep strings down, but just keep them, like I said, keep the windings on the bottom. I like getting some new strings though. Done it enough, you can almost know what that, right there. And after they stretch, so you might have to tune it again. And as they pull, as you get this B string, you start tightening up the neck and putting tension on the neck again. These will have to all be adjusted. So I usually get it, and then I'll go back to the tuning, my 440, my A, and get it. Nice. I like that bright sound. I love that bright bass sound. I've got some flats, and you know, it's just different styles. They're nice and bright sound. This is nice. All right. So there's your D and G. Now we'll go to the A. Tear down. They get funner as you get to the bigger boys. Yeah, you do it enough, you can pretty much just tune them just right there. And it comes with a lot of training, a lot of practice. Like I say, jump over to iwannaPlayBass.com. We've got get lessons every day. Get a new lesson every day, focusing on the fundamentals from putting this, just focusing on the bass and the makeup of the bass. Everything for first few lessons, and then we get into playing and get into the improvising, the advanced stuff, and ear training. That's the key thing you have. And that's how you tune your bass. It's ear training. It's all from training your ear to what these bad boys sound like. Not bad. 15 minutes. Worth it. Worth it. I'd rather be playing it, but worth it. Sometimes you just got to give it a little, especially the B and the E, just got to give them a little, you know, you can see right there, that bad boy's just got to be, you just got to a little bit, and then you know, you kind of stretch them out. Once you get them all on there, give them a little tug. Well, you get them over this, because you'll see how it bees over top of that saddle like that. Settled, just get it settled in. You definitely have to retune, but I gotta, which it's on my phone. So hopefully it's not too far out.
It takes a little work. Get it settled into place, that low B string. It's finicky. Listen to it growl. Don't like it. Let's give her a listen.
So that's the quantum nickel string right there. Nice and bright, nice bright sound. So yeah, I like it. Pure blues, nice and bright. I'm not going to adjust the tone or anything because that little playing these dead strings, playing those up, and then playing these. I'm going to try a little experiment. Alright, so that is the Pure Blues and the new strings. Next will be the cleaned up, boiled, old Ernie Ball Super Slinkies. Let's see what the difference is. Alright, and if you found some value out of this video, help me help you and hit that like button for me. And I will catch y'all on the flip flop in the next video.